everybody, Bulldog here, and here in LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, we've got a brand new event, the Spooky Girl event. And fitting character since we just had Halloween. So I honestly don't know much about her. It's hard because we can't see past the first level of abilities. We've seen her in the game, but we haven't seen how to acquire her. And apparently this is it right here. This is how we are going to acquire her in this event. So let's not click on Arena. Let's click on Events. And the Healthy Habits, I like that. Earn Spooky Girl tiles. So let's go right in. I'm actually just looking at this for the first time, so I have no idea how we unlock her. I'm hoping I'll be able to unlock her at all. And it doesn't look like there, at least in the first one here, there are any requirements whatsoever. So level 17 gear 2, this should be very easy. I'm level 39 currently. I don't know if I don't really have anything that would synergize with her, so we're just going to use the max team and blow through this. We'll see if we can get to the later levels and how far I can go. Looks like there were maybe three different levels. Spooky Girl, Halloween is no more, no crickets or bats in sight, but do I hear a boombox? And the lovely fitness instructor has maybe the most obnoxious standing animation in the game so far. It's kind of funny. So let's see. Okay, right on to it. And honestly, I'm assuming since it's designed for level 17 gear 2, it's going to be extremely easy. So I am just going to auto it. I don't think there's going to be anything exciting here. This is kind of a very odd combination of characters to be fighting. Well, spiders dripping down. That part might be appropriate. All right. And I guess what I should do is look at her abilities to see. I don't know what level we're fighting with. But I didn't even think about that. Let's take this off auto. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So basic, barely alive. Another pun. It's not LEGO without the puns, is it? Deal 70% damage to target. If they have taunt, there's a 15% chance to clear taunt. So that's nice, but not very reliable there, at least at that level. Demise Diary, 100% damage and gain stealth. So stealth appears to be very strong in this game. So being able to do an attack and gain stealth, that's certainly nice. Arachnophobia, more puns. Select target hero, Spooky Girl deals 40% damage to all foes, and for every active Spooky Hero, she has a 15% chance to copy one random debuff from the selected hero to each foe. Okay, so you can kind of take your own debuffs and spread them to the entire other team, and it synergizes with Spooky, which we don't really have much of. So let's just let this play now. Maybe we'll check in the next the next levels of the event and see if those increase or what exactly is going on. So once we unlock her, we'll be able to see all of the future abilities for any of the abilities we unlocked. So I don't know which one she starts out with. A lot of times it's just two, a basic and a special. But we'll take a look inside the event here and see what we've got. Or is it going to take me? It's going to take me back over here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and build her, and we'll take a look at the abilities that we have. And her very creepy teddy bear there. Okay, and I don't know. I don't even have enough to take her up to the second gear level, but let's see. Okay, so the one that we just saw was the base ability, and then you can see how it increases. So the damage increases and the chance to clear taunt, and eventually, so I believe all the abilities go to 4 right now. We can't get to 5. So the current max ability would be there's 100% to clear stealth if she has taunt. So that does make that attack a lot more reliable. She has a way to gain stealth on her own. There are other characters out there that can spread stealth to the team, so there might be some synergy there. But that is nice that removing that taunt becomes more and more reliable. And same here, we can look at the rest of this. So let's come down to what will be the max. Oh, max level. Okay, does not want to stay there, does it? There we go. Deal 115% damage, so the damage increases. And confused. Okay, I don't know if we have anybody that inflicts confuse. And then she heals for each spooky, so more spooky synergy. That's good. I like seeing that synergy in there. That is certainly nice. And then we can't see the rest of these abilities, and I want to know what confuse does. And then okay, all spooky heroes gain critical chance up. So 3 different abilities that have spooky synergy. I don't think the first one did, right? Yeah, no, at least no direct spooky synergy there. So we'll have to try and see if we can find out. Unlocks that gear 2. I wonder, let's see. I'll have to level her up just a little bit. I don't want to take you that far. I just want enough to see if I can get to gear 2. Not in any of the shops. Okay, let's see. Can we get a little lucky? Come on. Really? We'll go ahead. I want to know what level 2 is. I don't even know. There's probably some others I might need. Oh, come on. There we go. And I'm probably needing some of this gear for some of these other characters I want to level up, but that's okay. I doubt we're going up to 4, but I do want to see the rest of her ability at gear 2. Ooh, and I might have enough to get her up farther. Oh, but I don't know what's beyond that. So I could possibly get her up to gear 3. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. So once we go up to 4, she has a plus 20% chance. So, okay, let's go back to the beginning here. A lot of damage increase. Come on, get out of there. Okay. So if she selects a hero with no debuff, she can actually deal extra damage. So we get 80% AoE damage, or we get a chance to copy a random debuff. So if we had a full team here, 50%, so 20% chance for each hero, each spooky hero. If you had a full spooky team, that's 5. Had all 5 characters there, you're gonna have a 100% chance. So that definitely does make that a lot stronger. And an 80%, I don't know what her damage is going to be eventually. She is considered attacker, so hopefully her damage is fairly high. Then 80% AoE damage is actually a very hard-hitting AoE attack compared to a lot of the others. So that's definitely not bad there. Okay, so let's go on to the event. Let's see if we can get any more tiles. And actually, let's go back. I didn't look and see what this is designed for. 25 gear 3. Okay, so we're still going to be able to cruise through this. And we'll see what gear level Spooky Girl is here during the event, or the character that we actually get, I should say. So I'll play it just to see what her ability levels are at, and then I'll just auto it from there. We're basically just gonna, yeah, that's I'm a little overpowered for this event here at level 39, gear 4 and 5. Okay, so she doesn't have this leveled up any further, so we don't see any new information there. So we'll just let her do her AoE there. And I've seen some of the other spooky characters in the game. I'll have to go pull those up here in just a second. But they look very powerful. So I don't think we know how to farm them yet. Hopefully they are coming soon. But if they, with all that spooky synergy and the other spooky characters being, or at least appearing on the surface to be pretty good, again, we can only see the first line of abilities. Although they have popped up in some of the PBE things where we've been able to click on them and see some more. But I'll show you their first line abilities, and if I remember right, they are pretty strong. So one more character here, the previously mentioned obnoxious fitness instructor. Okay, second tier down, and I'm guessing we'll get 10 more tiles on the next tier. And then that'll give us her at 2 stars, which is not. I mean, I'm well beyond 2 stars with most of my characters. My highest characters are 4 stars, so that's going to be a detriment to using. So level 35 gear 4, that's closer to what I'm at. Hopefully she is gear 4, and we can see more of that unique ability or that passive ability. I want to see what's going on there. Fitness instructor once again. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not reading through the story. I just want the spooky girl tiles. Okay. All right, and 2 fitness instructors on the team is kind of weird because, I mean, I guess they could alternate their buffs, but I guarantee the AI won't do that. Okay, so let's click on spooky girl. Okay, so here are the tier 5 abilities. So this is very useful right here. Yeah, I shouldn't have upgraded my own because we can see it all right here. Okay. So, and again, I don't think we can actually get, although this says level 35 tier 5 abilities. I'll have to go look at my own. I don't think you can actually get to 5. Maybe Spooky Girl's different, or maybe since it's a computer character, it doesn't have to follow the rules. But anyways, we can still see the abilities here. So we kind of talked about the first 2 already, and then we saw this one on the previous one, and you can see if so. We talked about 80% AOE at tier 5. It goes up to 100% AOE, which is if you choose somebody with no debuffs, which is a pretty hard hitting AOE. And then the passive. So all spooky heroes gain critical chains up for 3 turns. And whenever Spooky Girl gains stealth and has no other buffs, a spooky hero gains prepared. So let's see if I want to find out what prepared does. Okay, let's find out what prepared does. And let's see if we can find out what confused does as well. Come on, zombies. Let's get fitness instructor out of there before she continues dancing. Okay, so this is the one that gains stealth, right? And let's see if we can inflict confuse as well. If they have to be less than 75% health at the end of the turn. So as long as we do 30% damage here and 120% damage on an attacker against an enemy that's not that strong, I think we should be able to do 30% damage. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got stealth and got confused. Let's look at confused first. Confused may cause the minifigure to attack someone other than the current target. So, okay, I'm trying to think what that means. Are we still attacking an enemy, but just not the one you select? If so, when you're facing the computer, I'm not sure how good that is because the AI kind of attacks random targets anyways. So if they're attacking a random target and instead they attack another random target, doesn't seem that useful. There might be other confused synergies out there as well that could make that more important. Now, on defense, that's going to impact the player and essentially make them play more like the AI. So that's a little more powerful there. But yeah, when you're on offense, I don't think that's that really all that useful unless they can attack a teammate as well. Now, I'm assuming you're still attacking an opponent. If you could accidentally attack your own teammate, now that would make it powerful. That would make it very powerful. Okay, so let's go on to stealth here. I want to see what prepared. Wait, shouldn't we get prepared? Whenever Spooky Girl, gains stealth and has no other buffs, a random spooky hero gains prepared. Okay, so I screwed that up because she does have other buffs, and I don't know what a random spooky hero means. Is she able to give it to herself? So that's another question. What's the cooldown on this? On gaining stealth is 5, is 3. Let's read correctly. 5 was up here. 3 is the cooldown. Can we stall long enough that I think we can stall long enough that we can get back around to her turn, and maybe she won't have any other buffs, and we can try to get prepared. My guess on prepared is that it works. That maybe it makes a guaranteed critical hit. That would be my guess. Kind of like, for those of you coming from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, kind of like Advantage. But we'll see here. Yeah, we should definitely be able to get back around, and these guys aren't that strong, so I'm not going to risk losing either. Although if I lose, who cares? We'll play it again. Helps that these zombies can come back too. Okay, so next turn, well, I do not want her to have defense up. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay. He is loading up his unique there. Okay. And so this is all the characters remaining. And okay, so I talked about other spooky characters. I think, yeah, Will the Witch is a spooky character. Apparently these guys only have their level 1 abilities. So we'll go ahead and look at her, because that's all I'll be able to see on my other screen anyways. I don't know of a way to get her yet. And one of the big things is she revives Basil the Batlord at the start of her turn. So every single time she takes a turn, she's going to revive him. So that's very powerful. I don't know what Curse does. Yeah, in there. So she's got some other good abilities here, but that revive is huge, and we can actually try and show you that here. Here is Basil the Batlord, which is also a spooky character. So that combo is very strong and has a spooky synergy. So being able to add Spooky Girl, an attacker, to it is certainly going to be good. Some healing, and whenever he's defeated, you heal all the other allies, and then he gets revived anyway. So that's kind of a loop there that can be very powerful. So I don't want to use that ability yet. I'll show you. Okay, she's got no debuffs. Hopefully we can, or no buff. Spooky Girl has no buff, so hopefully we can find out what prepared is. All right, so there you see heals everybody, which didn't matter because nobody else had been damaged. But I will not damage the little witch over there, and we'll see how she revives. So I've seen this right there. Revives them. Passive revive every single turn. So you have to take out the witch before you can keep Basil defeated. Okay, so she has no other debuff, so we should be able to get. And let's go after the witch here, because I don't want to play around with it forever. I really don't want an endless loop. Okay, so I think we should get prepared here. Okay, this must be the prepared symbol. Guaranteed the next one is a critical hit, and it's essentially a one-time use only. So yep, that is what prepared is. Guarantee is a critical hit. So, I mean, I could see some big damage there. So you do a fairly high damage single target attack, get prepared, and then you come over next turn and use this AoE, select a hero that does not have any debuffs, and you'll do 100% AoE damage. So that's not a lot. That's not that much less damage than her basic and her special, 100 compared to 110 or 120. and that's a pretty big AoE attack. So that again, that does seem fairly powerful, especially when you're combining it with some of the other most powerful characters in the game here. So, and yeah, I know they look kind of weak on the other side because they're just not that strong, but I promise you, let's auto this now. I promise you, once those get it to higher gear, higher star level, that spooky combo there is very strong. Had some problems with them, and some of my PvE events where they would just keep reviving over and over, and I think one had a double tank, so you could not get to the witch to get her down. So it was a very annoying battle. I'm more powerful now and eventually got through it, but that was definitely, when I fought that battle, I was like, yeah, I want that team. Yeah, I want that team right there. So having a spooky character to go with it is pretty exciting. So let's go and finish taking Spooky Girl to 2 stars. Okay, so we've got Zombie here. I think that's another spooky character. So that's number 4. And he has I don't have him geared up either. I'm not gonna do that this time. But yeah, he can revive after he's defeated. He's in a lot of PvE battles, so kind of know how annoying he can be. So when you've got this full spooky team, you've got several revive mechanics there, and that can be kind of your double taunt as well. I don't know if there's another spooky. This guy I don't think he looks a little spooky, but he's not actually a spooky character. Fortunately, you can't sort by types yet. I'm sure that will come here eventually. But yeah, I think that Yeti was just added, but I don't think he's a spooky character. Nope. Sorry, Yeti, you might be frightening, but you are not spooky. So I don't see anything else. So right now, just 4 spooky characters, but 4 characters that are very, very strong. And you've got plenty of other characters that are kind of plug and play that you could put in to fill out that squad. And as I mentioned, I don't think these other guys are obtainable yet. So I'm curious to see how they come into the game yet. Not available anywhere. Okay, so one other thing before I sign off here on Spooky Girl, and I don't even want to, I'm not spending 50,000 to star you up until I'm ready to use you. So I'm very excited about the potential of using this character, but it's not somebody who I'm going to be able to add right away. And of course, I can't even go to I can't go see her shards there. We'll go to the store this way. Go to shop. So I believe there are some packs in here. Spooky Girl bag. Okay, so I did an opening for this premium bag on what's currently my only other video on this channel, and we saw you get some hero tiles. You can see the odds. I don't need to go through that again. 400. So to compare, okay, so it's basically the same, and the odds are gonna look different, but it looks like a similar distribution because the other ones are per individual character, and this is the only character. So pretty much the same exact thing. It's almost twice of it as expensive to guarantee that character. And so that's the small bag. The big bag, you do get and I said almost twice as expensive. The other one, you got gear and coins. This one, with the large bag, you do get gear and coins, although it's only 10,000. That's not, relative to the other bag, that's not that many. But so you're guaranteed at least 25. So for twice as much, you get a little bit of gold, the gear item, and a little more tiles. So this is definitely the better value. Again, this is about, so converting these amount of gems to dollars, at least in US dollars, it would be about $10. So looking here, it looks like your odds of getting 30 or 50 is the same as 25. So doing some very rough math in my head, and then kind of factoring in the other odds, so you're probably looking at about 35 tiles per drop. I know somebody will run the numbers and tell me how wrong I am, but it's in that range, about 35 tiles per drop, for $10. So that's essentially what you're looking at for the packs. That, I mean, if you wanted to use this character right now, so 4 or 5-star characters are pretty powerful right now. There are very few people who have a 7-star character at all. So we've got 30 tiles, and a 5-star character is what, 190? Was that how many it was? Man, I forget the numbers already. I don't have any 5-star characters myself, but yeah, I think it's 115 and then 75 to the next level, which would be 190. So at about 35 tiles per pack, you're looking at about $50. Yeah, you're looking at about $50 to get to a 5-star character, which again, any 5-star character is going to be pretty powerful right now. So it's not, I mean, that's not something that I'm willing to spend right now, but it's not as crazy as I've seen in a lot of games. That's not completely unreasonable if you wanted to use that character. The downside is I don't see any other way to farm her right now. I'm sure that will come out, but you can't farm her. You can't farm the rest of the spooky characters yet. So hopefully those will be out soon, because that looks like a very fun team to run. I really actually want to run that team. And maybe someday I'll be able to I'll be willing to spend that much money on a character, but we're not doing it right now. So that's all I've got for you guys. So fun little event. I'm excited about those characters coming to the game. It's pretty cool that we have an event like that, so we can at least unlock the character, be able to play them a little bit. For those of you who come from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes like myself, it's kind of similar to it's basically a marquee event is what it is, which is actually pretty good. I know in that game we complained a lot about the marquee packs, but it's because everybody wants everything right away and doesn't like that you have to buy, like in this case, if you want to get her to 5 stars to 7 stars, whatever, you have to spend a decent amount of money from a pack. But it's pretty cool that we can still get the character right away. Hopefully there's not a huge time period before we can farm her. Everybody else can farm her without spending any money. So it's a fun way to introduce the characters and let the game make a little bit of money that way. So everybody else can fund it, so we can play for free. Those of you who don't want to spend any money on the game. So obviously I spent a little bit of money. I've spent the $20 on the pack, so I can't call myself free to play anymore. But that's all we've got. So be sure to subscribe. There's going to be a lot more content coming to this channel covering LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. I'm very excited about this game. Can't wait to see it get to see everything that gets added in. And I know it's going to be a little while before we hit global release, but it's going to be cool to see this game grow from the start. So thanks a lot, guys. See you around.